Hey guys, so as promised last Sunday, we have been looking more deeply into this whole topic of an inner healing course that we could run here at Aletheia. And we are ready to have some discussions about this coming Friday in our small group. As we looked into different materials, we found out that there are actually very different, all good materials, but that have different focus. And so for one, there are the kind of materials that focus more on teaching. So for example, we would listen to a 30-45 minutes message each week, and then we would receive some teaching there, and then we would spend more time on learning and less time on sharing with each other. And then there are other groups or other courses where the teaching is much less, and then there is more time to really interact with each other and talk about this topic with each other. Then the teaching is maybe only 10 minutes or something like that, and most of the time we would spend talking and sharing with each other and praying for each other and these kind of things. And then of course there are also courses where this whole topic goes really deep, and where we might need an external facilitator or something like this, someone who is trained and licensed to run this kind of course and to go really, really deep on these kind of topics. So we did realize that there are many different types of courses available, and the question of course is then, well, which one is the right one for us right now? We did look at the whole at these kind of deep courses where some form of training or an external facilitator would be required, and we did realize that would take some time. So either one of us would have to take the training, or we would have to find an external facilitator, which of course also doesn't just happen. Then we would probably need a few weeks to find a person and to arrange all those details. So at this point in time, we probably don't want to do that. That doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. I'll get back to that, but maybe not right now. Which basically leaves us with two options. Either we do the kind of course where there's a lot of teaching and less sharing, or we do the kind of course where there is less teaching and that is focused more on us sharing and talking to each other. And we've actually found two materials that we could use, and so our plan for this Friday is that we want to introduce both these materials to you. So we'll watch some videos together, we can share some experiences. Some of us have already taken one of these courses, or at least part of it, and so they're going to share a little bit of as well, how they feel about it and what they think is good about it and these kind of things. And so we're going to introduce these two materials, and then we can share with each other what we like, what we're expecting, and which one of these materials we would prefer. Now coming back to that third option of having a course that goes really deep, or maybe with a trained person, that's still an option, but just not right now. So our plan is that we will run one of these two courses that I just mentioned first, which takes around 3 months each. And if we then realize after a month or two that we do need something deeper, and that this course that we are running is a bit too superficial, and we would all like to go deeper and really go to the heart of things and maybe unearth some really deep issues in our lives, then we are still open to the idea of saying, let's run something else. And then we can still discuss, well, maybe one of us is getting trained for running this kind of course, or maybe we get an external person who is not part of Aletheia but who is trained in with these kind of things, and we let them facilitate the course for us. So that's still an option, and maybe we do that then towards the summer or maybe after the summer. We're still thinking about that. It's just, if we wanted to run that right now, then probably for the next 1-2 months nothing would be happening and we would lose all the momentum, and that's what we want to avoid. So that's why we are gonna go with this kind of easy version for now, and then we can still discuss with each other in a month or in 2 months whether we want to go deeper and pursue this idea again of having a different kind of course that goes even deeper on this whole topic. So that's what we are going to do this coming Friday during our regular small group time. So this Friday, May 7th, we're going to meet at 6:30 at our usual time. But this week we are not going to do the Bible study that we usually do. We are not going to do we're not going to do the opening question. We're not going to be reviewing last Sunday's sermon or these things that we usually do. Instead, we're going to look at these two materials and we're going to discuss with each other which one we prefer and what kind of format we would like to have for this kind of inner healing group. So if you're interested in this group, then I really want to encourage you, please join us. Please come this Friday, even if you're not a regular member of the small group, then please come for this one Friday and hear more. There is no further commitment. Just because you're showing up this Friday doesn't mean that then automatically you're part of this inner healing group. This Friday is just to get to know the material, talk with each other about what we want to do, and then we can still decide if we want to join then the group for these 10 weeks, or if we then come to the conclusion maybe it's not for me and maybe I don't want to participate in that. So please join us this Friday at 6:30. If you can't make it, but you are still interested in this group, then please let me know as well. I can send you the material beforehand. I can bring the questions to you beforehand that we are going to discuss on Friday. And then you can also let me know already beforehand what you think and which one you prefer. And then that way we can consider your opinion as well as we discuss with each other what we would like to do. So that's the announcements for today. I really hope that you can join us this Friday and of course on Sunday at our service. And have a great week, and we are looking forward to seeing you this weekend.